similar.
No, that's
Yeah.
all.
Hey,
We are.
Dad's not allowed to swear.
You can't
He
swear.
told me to.
I love
Dad,
it.
he told Dad not to
Because
swear.
he wanted to do something similar for his ghost heads, didn't he? So
Yeah, well,
has he joined
yeah.
yet?
No, he hasn't joined, so I don't know where he is.
Oh no.
So I don't know. Oh well.
Who are we missing then?
We're missing.
Probably. He might be doing something else.
We're missing Jax as well, unless he's working or he's forgot. I don't know. Don't know.
Probably forgot.
Fair enough. Cool. So, welcome to the first Welsh Ghostbusters Zoom session. We thought that it'd be a good idea to get together, because we've had no Comic Con so far this year, and it doesn't look like there's going to be any planned. So we thought we'd have a get together.
Well, if you look at some of the websites of some of the Comic Cons, the ones that are later on this year are actually looking to go ahead because they think by then we'll be out of lockdown and they'll be able to go ahead.
Like ActoCon is being moved till August now. ActoCon's in August. Apparently, I had an email from Ghostbusters of like Glasgow, and they said it's been moved to August.
It's August, November, isn't it?
Sure,
One of the two, August, November, later on in the year, not
Later
June.
on in the year. That's the one.
Yeah, whatever it is.
Cool. Excellent day. So we thought we'd have a little get together. We thought we'd do like a little bit of an AGM type thing, but we also thought we'll find out why and how you got into Ghostbusters, and it just gives us a bit of an overview, really. So we'll go around everyone, and then we'll work from there. We plan to do about 40 minutes because that's how long Zoom lasts. So
I did.
that's ideal.
Oh, yeah, it's 20 minutes, isn't it?
Yes. Yeah. So
pay for it. Your one is paid for by you.
I've gone around muting people. I just muted Mansel because he was talking. That's fine. I'll mute him. There we are. He's back.
Did he mute himself?
No,
I didn't even do that.
Yeah. So you can go. There you are.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Down the board.
Oh, cool. Let's crack on. James,
Hello.
tell us, how did you get into Ghostbusters?
Well, first anybody else, I grew up with it. I watched cartoons. That and Ninja Turtles probably my two biggest things growing up. As I got older, it was just... Actually, I forgot about Ghostbusters for a long time as I got older. It wasn't until my early 20s it kind of come back with a bit more of a vengeance. So I wanted to get the props. I wanted to get all sorts of things. But yeah, I'm growing up with Ghostbusters, same rate. But it looks a lot better than I do at 35. Yeah.
I do. You don't look like a day over 34.
Reverse the numbers.
So to stretch it out a bit more, tell us a little bit about how this Welsh Ghostbusters came about, because I think you're part of it, aren't you?
Well, it originally started out as Powys Ghostbusters, and I think Neil had joined, and he's like, "Oh, you got to go big, you got to go bigger." So, oh no, actually, it was Mid Wales Ghostbusters. Then it became Powys, and then Neil said about, and you got to make it bigger than that. So, kind of thinking, what the hell can I call it? Because I thought there's already Welsh Ghostbusters out there. I kept checking, there wasn't one out there. So, you know what? That's what I'll call it. Call it the Welsh Ghostbusters.
Boom.
I mean, you were joined by that point as well, weren't you, Trev? I think.
Yeah, I had a look and found.
I remember it right. It was you and Trev who were the first two. I was invited after that, and it was then that we started talking and discussing ideas. And it was, as James said, we should go bigger because Powys is just literally one small county of a bigger country. And we were just discussing about that, and Welsh Ghostbusters came from that. The logo was the sticking point, don't I remember, right? Because you had a crest originally, which was Powys logo with a ghost title, and it sort of didn't look right because of all the cartoon colours. Because you had the red and the white of Mowgli, you had the blue, and I think it's gold, is it? On the Powys one, was it?
Yes, it's still on the group page. It's still there.
Yeah, one of the very first posts, I think, it is right down the bottom.
That's right. I can't remember who joined first. Was it you or Trev that joined first? I can't remember.
You and Trev were the first two to do it, and I was invited to join because I put out on one of the Ghostbusters pages. I was looking for a local group to join, and the one thing I can't remember is which one of you said we're starting a group here in Wales. We're looking for members. Would you be interested? I can't remember which one of you it was. So.
I remember you saying to go bigger. I remember it was you. I think it was on GB Fans Forum. You said about making it bigger.
Yes, it was. I think it was.
Yeah.
And that's when we started discussing about is there a group here? Is there a group in Wales that covers it all, or is there smaller county ones? I remember I looked into it. There was no Welsh group as such. There was only the one which you started, and then of course it came on later on with Commander. And well, that was it. So we started off the Welsh Ghostbusters. Mansel, I think, was the very first actual member of the group.
I think he was, yeah.
Very long time he has.
Thank you.
And
Quite a different bunch.
a couple of Conzo. Obviously, we're because he's got commitments elsewhere. But yeah, Mansel was one of the actual first members after myself, and then it just went from there, didn't it? It started snowballing when we started getting interest on the Ghostbusters fans pages.
And all these years later, I have something to show you. All the way you see at the con is the copy. This is the original handwritten signature of Ivan Reitman.
That's the original which you've taken the copies from.
Yes, it's beautiful.
Yeah.
It's been hiding under your bed.
Laminate it.
Hey,
You should,
No way.
you should laminate
Laminate it. Keep it safe.
Yeah.
it's actually, I usually put it away in a drawer so I don't get it, so it doesn't get dusty or anything.
Hmm.
Put it in your
Just get
safe.
it out.
Put it in
I
your
just
safe.
like laminating stuff.
It would be a good idea to laminate it though, because it'll protect everything then, won't it?
That's true.
There's so much UV damage or whatever else. Signatures are not likely to rub off from greasy fingerprints or what.
Yeah.
So it would be a much better idea to laminate it in case as well.
I like it.
I think we're very lucky with the group we have. I think, we seem to have the best members of any Ghostbusters group. We're very active. Plus, how many can say they got a dragon as a logo? How many can say that? But Ernie Hudson's got a logo.
Yeah.
A logo.
This is where Jamie would come in handy, because I remember at the very beginning, I was talking to him on Messenger and tossing ideas back and forth because we were trying to come up with something. And the original idea was to use the flag of St. David, which is black with a gold cross and the no ghost in the middle. But looking at it, it was the same as looking at the original Powis logo, and it didn't look right because it was clashing colours. So I just, out of curiosity, asked Jamie, would you be able to put the no ghost in the middle of the dragon, because the reds almost match up? And he said, give me a few minutes, let me have a look, see what I can do. And about an hour or so later, he gets back to me with a prototype and says, how does this look? And right by there, that was the creation of the Welsh Ghostbusters logo. Moogly right in the middle of the Welsh dragon. And it
looks amazing.
He managed to blend it all in, so the reds mated up. Moogly was there in the middle, standing out proud.
There it is.
Yes. That's actually, what you've got by there, Han, is actually the second generation badge, because the original badge was just white with the Welsh dragon and Moogly. That's cool. The second generation. I've actually had him to add the grass effect to make it look like the actual Welsh flag.
Well, I'm a second gen Ghostbuster, so it fits.
Yeah. It also matches, if you notice, a lot of the police uniform have a Welsh badge, and it matches exactly what they have on their uniforms as well. So it kind of ties in.
But they probably don't have Moogly.
Probably don't. Hopefully not. Oh. Hannah, how did you get into ghostbusting?
Oh, how did I get into it? I saw the reboot, the 2016 reboot in the cinema. I think I saw it once. I wanted to go see it because it was directed by Paul Feig, and I already knew that I loved Bridesmaids, and I thought, right, it's got Kristen Wiig, it's got Melissa McCarthy, two cracking people, and I went to see it, and I was stunned the fact that Thor was in it. I was like, Thor's in this? He's like, what? You know, and then I just kind of forgot about it really, and then towards the end of 2018, I was talking to someone who was also a fan of the movie, and it literally just came about as she just said, why don't you cosplay it? Because like for me growing up, I know it's a different ball game, but I like fancy dress and I've always loved acting, so that I love being someone else. So I said, yeah, I'll just do that. So from November 2018, I just literally just decided to buy all the kit and slowly work away. I've been sent multiple patches from different franchises, which I'm grateful for. So thank you very much, guys. Yeah, and but between 2016 and the end of 2018, I just completely forgot about Ghostbusters. I mean, I'd seen the original once or twice. I remember seeing it, I think, second year of university. I liked it, but for me, I wasn't as drawn into it, probably because I was too young. But then I have to see the reboot and having female Ghostbusters. That's what I wanted to be. I wanted to be a female Ghostbuster, and to have that, for me, it's a way of saying that girls can be as cool as guys in science, in technology, and it's a way to put women on the map, and I thoroughly enjoy it. For me, the reboot personally is a lot better than the originals, and I know people it's a controversial thing. I understand that.
Love it.
But yeah, I love the reboot the most. Sorry.
No, don't ever be sorry, because it does really. And I was thinking this the other day because there was a comment made about how you get into it, and this is why we were opening up to, because everyone's different. But for my age, I never saw the original film straight off. It was always real Ghostbusters was the way through, and that's how and like Toby's nodding down.
Gateway drug, Trev. It's the gateway drug.
Yeah, it was.
All
the time.
I watched one of the episodes of Real Ghostbusters. My lodger showed me an episode. It's where, if I remember rightly, something happens. They're in the firehouse, and then these ghosts, and then they get like sucked into the trap, and then there's like an alternative universe, and then they're fighting alongside the original firefighters of the firehouse, and then they defeat all these crazy monsters, and then get sucked back in, and they're like, oh, it's modern day again, like crazy. So, and I was sat there, and I was just thinking, this is amazing. Why have I never seen this before? So I might start watching the cartoon.
It was such a miss that it was on Netflix. Yeah.
On Netflix,
I saw on YouTube.
Gone.
Loads of them on YouTube. In fact, if you look, there's only real Ghostbusters on there, but they've also got the Extreme Ghostbusters, which is a good one as far as I was concerned.
Yeah.
There's loads and loads of fan films on there as well, if you look.
I mean,
from either those franchises or independent filmmakers, lots and lots.
I started to watch the documentary that was on Netflix, and I don't really like documentaries, so I unfortunately didn't like it. I got about 5 minutes in, and I was like, this isn't what I thought it was. I thought it was going to be another film, so unfortunately I turned it off because I'm not really a big fan of documentaries.
Yeah, was it Ghost Heads one, was it?
Yeah.
Flex.
But I think that was when like Ivan, I'm guessing, and Jason were like younger, I'm guessing. It was like loads of home videos.
There's a much better one on Netflix, mind. If you look on there for the films that made us.
Oh yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
Half hour. They've got a half-hour one, so it's not too long, but it's really in depth and it's really good. It goes into some of the history behind it and the fact that they were in the big argument between Ghostbusters and Ghost Smashers, it was, wasn't it?
Yeah.
How they had to
Yeah.
do 2 takes of every big scene, and yet they knew as soon as they said Ghostbusters, they had to have that.
Yeah.
And I think it was the only thing, if I remember right, it was the only reason they had it was because somebody who used to work at Sony, I think it was working for Coca-Cola, who owned them at the time or something, and managed to arrange something. Something like that was. If I remember it properly, I need to watch it again, but it was something along those lines. Someone high up in one of the groups who owned them at the time managed to wangle something and get them to use it.
It's a good warm up for for cleaning up the town when you get a chance to watch that. Like
Yeah.
that
I
is
haven't watched it yet.
Highly recommend it.
yeah.
Definitely.
I wasn't sure because I thought it was going to just, well, I don't know, I didn't know what it was about, but I didn't think that I could watch it because I have very little knowledge of GB84 and I'd never seen the second one. So I was like,
Right.
I didn't know what it was going to be about. I thought it was going to be a documentary. Well, it is a documentary, isn't it?
Yeah, it is about the first film.
Yeah, I'll
Solely
give it a
about the
try.
first film. But it is
I mean,
interesting.
You learn so much. Like, obviously, I went to the premiere when you guys couldn't make it. Me and Jax went. And can you hear me okay now?
Yeah, spot on.
I've switched cameras. I got 3 different cameras on the go, mate.
Crikey.
But yeah, but obviously, when we went for the streaming, like, I had no idea what to expect. Like, I refused to watch a trailer for it. I didn't want to know anything about it. Going in as an open mind. Because obviously, for the recording for the Ghost Heads podcast that Neil asked me to do.
Yeah, Jamie wanted that.
And yeah, Jamie Burns, isn't it? Jamie Burns? Yeah.
Jamie Burns, Ghost Heads podcast.
Yeah, that has now gone up as well on his podcast.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that's cool.
Ooh,
So
Meats has been upgraded.
Like, obviously, I went in with an open mind, and the documentary itself blew me away. And for the fact that you could ask any kind of questions that you felt that you wanted to ask the directors, I asked about Ghostbusters 3. They hinted things in a sense where they knew exactly what was going on, but they didn't say bugger all.
No.
To be honest,
They want to keep the surprise intact.
question involving now. Yeah, and to be honest with you, I think Ghostbusters 3 is going to be huge.
It is, yeah. Definitely.
So Toby, that's a great segue into
37 years in the making now, isn't it? When it comes out next year, because of everything that's happened. 37 years, unbelievable.
Is Afterlife considered number 3 then, or would it be considered number 4? Because I know it's a reboot, but isn't ATC technically number 3, or is it not classed as number 3?
ATC is considered a separate universe, and Afterlife is sort of Ghostbusters 3, sort of.
Right. Okay.
yeah.
I know.
I think this one is going to be set in the prime timeline, but as James just said, the other one, the Ghostbusters set in its own timeline, an alternate universe, and I believe the comics also that on because they did a crossover and had them jump into a dimensional portal to be able to work together.
Yeah, I've started to read some the first crossover comic, and that's really good. I've only just started reading it like recently this year, but I would absolutely love for them to make a crossover movie. I know it's slightly different with the original cast being older and obviously Egon not being around, but I would love for them to have a crossover. I think that would be great, personally.
I was going to say, if they can do this next one right, which with Jason Reitman in charge, I think it will be, because he's grown up with the family, hasn't he? He's grown up with it, so he won't do anything wrong.
Yeah, I watched something. I watched something on Twitter where he actually there was like a panel and Paul Feig was there, and he actually thanked Paul Feig for making ATC, and I was like, because people have been like saying that he really hates the reboot, and to him turn around and go, well, thank you for this, thank you for making it, oh, and thank you for getting a new audience involved. I thought that was really good of him to do that, to be fair.
Exactly. If it wasn't for Answer the Call, as far as I'm concerned, then there wouldn't be this massive resurgence in interest in Ghostbusters.
Exactly.
I certainly wouldn't be where I am today without it.
Back into
I personally think Ghostbusters Answer the Call has kept the original Ghostbusters alive. In a different kind of sense. It's just kept a younger generation interested. Like, no offense, Hannah.
That's all right, I am.
But, so, like, it's kept everybody in the loop. Yeah. Like, people are asking questions, who are the Ghostbusters? Oh, well, didn't you know back in 1984?
Yeah.
Says it all.
I loved it when they had the cameos. I was so excited by them because obviously, like, I don't remember watching the cinema, but I bought the Blu-ray.
It was fantastic.
I remember I bought the Blu-ray, and it's only the second Blu-ray I own, and I watched it, and I was like, oh, it's Sigourney Weaver, and I was like naming off, and I was like, they play this cat, and I was so excited by the little cameo. I was crazy because I knew who they were in '84, and I was so excited. So, and I think it's good that they have allowed a younger audience, especially girls. Like I said, it's allowed girls to have something to look up to. Because I know with the original, it's male dominated. More fans of the original are males, whereas there is a following of females. I know there's females for the original as well, but I feel like there's more girls and females that are following the new one and being shown the original than it was intended, if that makes sense.
Yep, very true. So Toby, on to you now. How did you get into Ghostbusters?
Oh, here we go. With me. What are we doing here? Right.
How did you get into it? How did you get into it?
How could you not, man? I mean, like, the first time I seen, like, I brought up on, like, obviously I was born in '86, so I missed the first one.
Oh,
but
damn.
I was brought up on Ghostbusters too. Like, for me,
okay.
I'd sit there and I think, wow, that is incredible. I want to do that. Now, I would love to be in that situation, you know, being able to do what they do. And obviously, since then, it's been a passion of mine at the heart. And only until last year, I got the chance to build my own kit. And since then, it's just bloomed. Like, it's Ghostbusters this, Ghostbusters that. I mean, like, what can I do next that'll involve Ghostbusters? Everything, man. I'm buying patches, I'm buying stickers, I'm buying T-shirts. You know what I mean? I mean, well, this guy, the Bearded Busters, like, that was the first franchise that I come across. I wouldn't say franchise, it's a gentleman on his own named Tony. He's a fantastic guy, does all his work for charity. So if you can, this is just a little shout out for him because everything he does is for charity. All of his profits go to charity. It's fantastic.
We love a bit of Tony.
Oh yeah, you know what you've been there, obviously.
A number of the Bearded Fellowship that is appearing.
Yeah, hell yeah. But I mean, like, for me, growing up, like, for me, to have the opportunity to build my own park, that was it. That started my childhood all over again. I mean, like, it was a case of wake up, work on my park. My wife would be shouting at me, "Can you come and help me with dinner? Hold on 2 minutes. I need to finish this." So,
Neil is like,
if you build your own park, exactly what it's like.
You can feel that.
You're onto something. You can't leave it until it's finished.
I like it. So, question to you then. You said Ghostbusters 2. Which do you have a preference, 1 or 2?
No, I don't have a preference.
There we go. Fair
Because
enough.
they both, for me, both, like, obviously growing up watching number 2 first. I remember watching it for the first time. Silly as it sounds, I can remember watching it, and
it's not silly.
Like,
that was the first film that I actually went to see on my own.
Yeah.
I know I was around when Ghostbusters came out originally in '84, but I was too young to see it in the cinema. I think the rating was a bit too high, so my mum wouldn't take me to see it. So I started off the cartoons, just like most other people did.
Yeah,
And then
same here.
Ghostbusters was the first film I went to see in the cinema on my own. The same as you, and I agree that two was the one that got you into it.
Definitely. I mean, like, already there was a story for everybody to follow, and you think, where did that come from? And then my mother and father introduced me. Then, oh, there's another one that was made before that. Oh, okay. What is it? Ghostbusters 1. Oh, okay, let's watch it. And obviously, then it's a case of if my wife give me a choice, what do you want to watch for bed tonight? Ghostbusters. No, you can bugger off. Sorry, that would be my choice. The Ghostbusters 1, Ghostbusters 2, I don't care.
Love it.
I choose to watch them films over anything. And every time you watch the films, there is always something new to find out. And like you go through all of the different Facebook pages and everything else, and everyone's pointing things out to you. And I'm like, hold on, I spotted that about 4 months ago. Hold on, I spotted that about 8 years ago. You know what I mean? And every time people post about it, and it's like, oh, did you notice that Ray's bells are bent? I'm like, yeah, it's a stunt pack. Don't you know about that? But obviously that's because I've done my research, and they're like, oh, well, maybe I could talk to you learn about more. I'm like, yeah, okay.
Tell the difference between the packs, though. We all know that there was stunt packs, semi-hero packs, and hero packs.
And a full hero. Yeah.
Some people just can't tell the difference, even though it is quite obvious.
What's the hero
For
pack
us.
and a semi-hero pack?
Oh, so a hero pack is like, so like the packs that we have running around in, all with like the clip-hard valves and everything like that, all solid resin.
All the 3 packs were different for different scenes throughout the film.
Yeah.
So like they had foam packs, and if you look, there was like a chunk of foam where the motherboard is instead.
So would that be for like when they get slimed and they land on their backs and they don't hurt them? Like for when Erin gets knocked over, she'd probably have a foam one to not damage her back.
Yeah. The most obvious pack is where you can clearly see the foam packs, the stunt packs, is actually on the rooftop scene where they're all huddled together by the plinth. You can clearly see then those are the stunt packs because
and the light, and also when they fall down the hole,
you can see the shapes are not quite right because they've been all cut differently from foam block. So that's the most obvious way you can clearly tell. But most people still can't tell. They say, "Oh, is that the hero pack?" No, that's the semi-hero pack. How can you tell? If you look at the clip cards or you look at the valves there, you can see they're slightly different. They're mislined. Or there's also things on the wands which tell between a hero and a semi-hero. With some
stunt pack, one wobbles.
Yeah.
We love wobbly sets of the 80s, though.
Wobbly ones. But this is the thing as well, isn't it? The film was recorded in '83. If you looked into future and thought, well, people are going to have, they're only going to be seeing this in the cinema and then on VHS or Betamax back in the day. How many people now have got 4K TVs, 65-inch TVs with 4K disc?
Not me.
So, but a few other, and then
I still have an old CRT.
There we are. We were looking for a CRT the other day for a
But if you ask me what would be the stunt pack in 80, I wouldn't have a clue what's the 80s.
But it grows over time, doesn't it?
Yeah.
But now I think you know about
where you can really tell, and you can also spot little details that you never saw before.
Yeah.
So every new release of brings out new details, new links.
So, right, I'm going down to the bottom corner now. Mansel.
We're
going to go for Mansel. How did you get into Ghostbusters?
Well, I remember clearly watching it on TV when I was about 4 or 5. Okay. Do you remember if you ever watched it on ITV?
Yes.
Egon would always be gone. When they walk into the hotel, he would always be gone. They would cut him away because the TV wasn't big enough. I remember clearly. I was scared of Slimer. I used to hide behind the settee or behind the
Okay.
pillow.
That's like me with Daleks.
I really was. I was really scared of him.
Okay.
I I don't know why. The library ghost didn't scare me. Nothing else didn't scare me, but he scared the living hell out of me.
Oh, come on, this little thing?
It's so cute.
One little thing, hang on.
Isn't
Yeah.
he behind you as well now on the on your bookshelf?
Oh, my bookshelf. I just got like
Oh,
all
I've
up
got
Yeah,
there.
there's a couple.
I got
I've got that one, the
I got-
wobbles.
I got my homemade Ecto 1A, Ecto 1,
Oh,
and
wow.
you probably got the two Playmobiles. I got the one back there. Got my Funko Pops. I got my books, my comics. You ask my girls, they go, Dad, stop it. It's enough. No, I remember clearly watching it as a kid, and then watching Ghostbusters 2, and then as Neil said, the Extreme Ghostbusters, and then Real Ghostbusters, sorry, and then Extreme Ghostbusters, and then I think it was the two cartoon what do you call it programs. Do you remember the Godzilla cartoon that come out after that terrible
Yes.
1988?
Just, yeah. It was
I remember.
Men in Black as well.
Yeah, I remember watching one scene and one episode, and they went into the future and they walked past the cinema and it said on it Ghostbusters 10. I remember that clearly. I was like, wow. And then it all died down until I was out shopping with my ex-wife, and she bought me. I can't remember who made it, but it was 2004 Ecto 1.
Okay.
And then it all kicked off again. But times were hard then when down the line times were hard, and I had to sell it on eBay, and I thought I lost it forever until a couple of weeks ago I found it on eBay, an exact replica of it, still in the box, unopened, and I bought it
Cool.
for £100, and I was like, whoa, you come to
Three
me.
bit profit.
I need you. But no, it was just I don't know what it is with Ghostbusters. I don't know if you all can explain. It's just one of those films you can just sit there and watch it, and there's so much in there. You can laugh and and you can go, oh, it's a bit sciencey, isn't it? I don't know what it is with those iconic films. And going back to 2016, like Hannah said, I took my two daughters, 15 and 13, and they both will not shut up over there. Teenage girls. I took my two daughters to watch it, and they enjoyed it. They did enjoy it. They were happy to see, females in a big role, but they still were talking back to the 1984 Ghostbusters and the 1989 Ghostbusters, because I brought them up watching it, but they do like it. But going back on because when I got divorced, I finally had some money, so the ex-wife wouldn't get it. I started buying things, and it started off with comic books, and T-shirts, and yes, Funko Pops. Thank you, Jamie. and Funko Pops, But I bought Ecto 1 Funko Pops for Ray and Peter, but I missed out on Egon because sadly, he passed away, and as you all know, prices shoot up in Funko Pops, don't they?
Oh,
So
some of those I think are just overpriced.
It's crazy, and but the new editions that come out, I bought them all. I even got a Stick Puff Marshmallow Man now, which I'm really really happy with. And Yes, you found it. Thank you, Jamie. I do apologise. She's just buttering in. And
Gold star.
what's that?
Gold star.
Oh, she's not getting a gold star. And
Oh.
you know, has anybody got Has anybody? Sorry, I'm gonna reach up and grab it now, and I don't want everything on me because I got so many. Sorry. Has anybody got this yet?
Oh,
Yes.
look at that.
James, it arrived.
Oh,
It arrived.
look at that.
I
Lovely.
highly recommend this book.
Tobin's.
Yes. No, I haven't got that one in the red. This one I highly recommend. It is a brilliant
Books coming everywhere now.
And you know,
Oh, the acting a bit, yeah. Love it.
My Tobin's upstairs.
as a few of you know, my father recently passed away in April, and for an honor of my father, you know, he always wound me up about my tat, as he called it.
Oh, my dad called it tat as well.
And I finally I saved up enough money and I jumped in the deep end of the pool, and I finally bought myself a proton pack.
Oh,
real proton pack. Liked sound a lot, and it's because
Welcome to the club.
Thank you very much.
He's joined the club.
I am not that confident in building. I can do the models. I can do my models. I love doing my models, but I'm not that confident in doing electric work and all that. So I found a guy.
I haven't put my feet hook on yet, even after my dad. My dad will do that. He's like, I'll do it for you.
I found a guy in Italy that builds proton packs, and he is currently building me a proton pack as we speak. And in honor of my father, I had a plaque made, and I'm gonna stick a as a dedicated memory to my father in brackets, soon to be caught. So that's what I done. So no, that's my little life. You know, I don't know why I like the movie. I don't know if anybody can explain why we do love these movies. Yeah, you know.
Wow.
Not every hero wears a mask.
Yeah.
Or a cape.
Exactly.
Or a cape. No capes.
I don't.
No capes.
No capes. I don't know if any of you have bought any of the proton pins.
Yeah.
I haven't got the proton pins.
James knows what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I know. I still got yours.
I still got yours.
Still got mine.
Yeah.
Go get them.
I got. It's a pin collection as well. I highly recommend them as well. They're really, really good.
See if I can find out. Hang on.
Have you looked at Ectocrank's pins?
Ectocrank's pins.
Yeah.
No.
They're good. They're some good pins.
I don't have pins, but I have a couple. See, when he said pins, I didn't realise he meant badges. I thought he meant like a toy.
I don't know if you can see this.
Right.
There's one Ghostbusters on, another was Slimer, and I got a Stay Puft Marshmallow Man from them, and of course,
the Spengler one.
Yeah, I got the Spengler.
The only pin I regret for losing, well, I won't say losing, because I had to move back in with my parents a few years back. James sent me a Ghost Corp pin.
Oh yeah,
the Ghost Corp pins. Yeah.
Before I could put it on something, because I work nights, I went to work, and my mother came in and thought it was rubbish, and she threw it out.
Oh.
Yeah, so that has gone. So I've been looking everywhere for a replacement, but they don't do them. So that's something getting. So never mind. It's just one of those things.
Ghost Corp reopens things for franchises, they'll probably produce another batch, so we can always ask them for some more just tell them we've had new members in the meantime, and we need X amount of pins if we can have them, because they've issued 2 sets already. We had the original sets, but there's a new set which is much smaller but longer. I got that on my uniform.
Yeah.
Oh, cracking.
The original one
I
was
love how he says uniform.
Yeah. Uniform.
That
Uniform. Not costume. Uniform.
Yes.
that is.
Love
That
it.
is the next. That is the next step now for me, is to
All right,
find
James.
something.
All right. Show it off.
A uniform that.
That's
Oh, there's my
Mansel.
pins. Those are my.
Yeah.
Those are my pins. That's a boy.
That's amazing collection. Fair play.
It's like
Oh.
That is.
I had them somewhere.
You should see the stickers on my laptop.
It's like Ghostbusters QVC, because we've had Bearded Blasters, Proton Pens, we've got the Calgary Ecto Crank. We're selling this.
If you.
For $8.99, you can buy one of these.
We also have a Tea Republic page as well, if you like to.
Calgary
I bought a sticker.
He said that, isn't
I
it?
bought a sticker. Yeah, I did. It's going on as my pack arrives. It's going on there.
Yes.
I saw it up, and I went. I'll have that. £2.75 for that. Cracking. And then £5 postage. I went.
What?
Yeah, £5 postage. How dare you?
Maybe you've got 1 or 2 lying around somewhere.
Yeah, we have. We've still got. We've got.
No, it's all right.
We've got the 35. The 35th anniversary. There we are. See, we've got the 35th anniversary stickers left over.
Yeah.
We can hand
No,
them.
it's all right. I don't mind. I don't mind paying that.
You should, those couple of 35th anniversary stickers you've got left, you should do a massive markup on them, because it's obviously now 37 years next year.
Yeah.
Just draw over it.
That makes them a collectible item. Advertise as such. Collectibles!
They are collectors. That was a great sticker. I love that one. Anyway, Neil, how'd you get into Ghostbusters?
As I said to Toby earlier, I didn't get to see the first film in the cinema. My first experience of that was actually on VHS cassette, so I was different in the house. What got me into it was Ghostbusters 2. By going to be able to see it in the cinema on my own. It was, well, that is what really got me into it. I'd been watching all the cartoons. As I said, I'd seen the original film on VHS, but to see it in the cinema, that is what just kick-started it all for me. And to be honest, I know I have a proton pack and everything. I've always wanted the slime blower. That's the one thing I really want more than anything else. And it's like the dream one to have for me, because I just love the slime blower so much more than the pack, which is, some people would say, blasphemy, blasphemy. But no, it's slime blowers.
I desperately want the upper arm remote trigger and the dual pistols that Holtz has.
Well,
I mean, that's the far I've got, right?
No, it's gotta be Ecto 1. Everybody wants Ecto 1.
I've got my Ecto 1.
That's it. No, the real life Ecto 1. I tell you, if I had one sat outside, I tell you, I wouldn't go anywhere. I just stay there.
My Ecto 1.
Yeah.
John's at as well. I don't know if you saw recently.
Yeah, he did try, didn't he?
Yeah, he has sold it.
He has.
He has. I know. I was really upset when I found out about that, because it was spotted being transported on John's flatbed trailer to its new home. And so he sold it because he's had some problems.
Oh, Toby, what have you got?
Oh, he's got a light kit in his Ecto.
Oh, Lego. Oh, I never got Lego one.
Well, that's
I've
pretty.
never built one once. I've got Lego Ecto 1 and Lego Ecto 1. I've never built them.
I built it.
Still in the boxes, untouched. I've also got and that's also unbuilt.
It's interesting talking about the Ecto, especially you said about John's. Like there was 2, and now there will probably be like, well, with the like how do you put it? Not 84, but the 2016 Ecto as well. There's a couple of them in the UK. There'll be 4 Ectos. You've got 2 Ectos being built
That's
as
a
we
Is
speak.
That police way is
What-
easier to get hold of than the 59mm. That's
Oh,
probably
yeah.
why for a lot of people.
with
Because I
with
believe
the
from
with
70,
the
I think from 74 up until about 86, they were all the same kind of style. They didn't really change it much.
No.
So there's a huge abundance available, just the different years where they give them slight facelifts.
What did you say, Mance?
I think the
Oh
early
no,
ones
I was going to say anybody's thoughts of this afterlife. You see the old Ecto appear and the gunner seat.
I like the
And
gunner
we
seat.
all-
That looks wicked.
Oh,
I do.
I have to give that kudos.
Dangerous,
I do.
but wicked. Like, no health and safety when kids are involved. Just throw them outside of the
Yo,
car.
if she, no, I just wish she didn't have her seatbelt on because I would have bloody pissed myself laughing. She swung out and she just flew away. No, I just wondering because we all know that Bill Murray, Dan Aykroyd, Ernie Hudson is back. What are they going to turn up in? Are they going to turn up in 1A?
Well, have you seen the trailers though? Have you seen what's been released on the trailers about
In one
the
trailer.
passing on?
I've seen.
Because
I
in the firehouse, in the storeroom there, you can see in one cut scene the rear door, a couple of Cadillac doors with the Ghostbusters 2 logo on, and a plate on the wall saying Ecto 1A. So I really think that they stripped all that crap off and returned it back to
and did an Ecto 1B, is it?
before the video game. But then again, in the video game, it was upgrades on the car as well, wasn't it? There just wasn't so many lights.
It was like a mix of both of them, and it was an amalgamation of both of them, wasn't it?
Should have technically
so
called it
no,
1B.
it was just a thought. What these iconic characters are, what they're going to turn up in? They're going to turn up in
Ecto 2.
So
exactly.
The helicopter.
So Ecto 2, has anyone noticed in Ghostbusters 2 where the Ecto turns up and it's Ecto 2 on the number plate?
Yeah. Outside the Bill Murray's apartment building, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Because
no, I didn't know that. No.
Have a look the next time you watch Ghostbusters 2 and it pulls up.
What I mean? Every time you watch it, something new appears.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like the sound engineer's foot in when they're in Janine's office and you see his foot move away.
Yeah.
Loads of
I
stuff.
forgot about that.
Loads
Yeah.
of stuff.
It's like
Everybody knows.
And when
in Short Circuit, isn't it? When they're using PKE meters to try and find Johnny 5.
what else is there? They use the PKE or the
I
Geiger
didn't
meter.
know that.
Urban Commando.
Yeah.
Meter is used in Star Trek 5.
Huh? What?
Yeah,
What?
Star Trek
In
5.
Geiger meter.
Geiger meter
Yeah.
used in Star Trek
Is it?
5, yeah.
Geiger meter used in
No
Star
way.
Trek
Isn't
5.
the Ecto 1 siren
They
in an
use it
episode
as
of
a
Doctor
scanner
Who?
to try and find footprints or something, isn't it?
Oh,
And what's
I
the
didn't know
Ecto 1 siren made out of, Toby?
I think it's the Henry side.
oh,
No? What was it in the documentary? It's a cheetah, isn't it? It's a
is
cheetah.
it? Is it?
First back itself on that.
Picked up a couple of octaves,
Pro-
isn't it?
Right.
Processed cheetah. Processed cheetah.
Yeah.
They turned it up a couple of octaves to make the distinctive sound, didn't they?
I didn't realize until I was fumbling through Facebook, I think it was yesterday or the day before, that Caerphilly Comic Con should have been on the 6th.
Yeah.
I didn't realize
Yeah,
that.
we would have been in attendance.
We would have been
I-
there.
Yeah, oh yeah, that's where I use, because it's only up the road for me.
Yeah.
So I usually
Where
pop in.
are you from?
I'm usually, why am I looking out of the window and talking at the same time? I don't know.
I don't know. No, where you live in
Well, I'm in Talbot Green now. I moved. I'm in Talbot Green. Do you know?
Well, I'm in Trialo.
Trialo.
Next to
Yeah.
Oi.
That was a bad. I'm usually up Tonopandi once a year, up the opticians. Because I go up there.
Yeah,
I didn't know that. So, excuse me.
Only down the road.
Yeah, I see. This is where the growth comes from. Because I remember when we started, me and James were like, "Oh, where are you from, James?" And it's like, "Oh, we had like mutual Facebook friends, didn't we?"
Yeah, we did.
And it's like, "Oh, I'm from up the road."
Yeah, see. So where are you all from? Bar from Toby from Tonopandi.
Toby from Tonopandi.
That's a Toby from Tonopandi. You shall stick in
Toby from
the
Tonopandi.
God, then we'll go around. Hannah, where you from? Where you come from?
Cumbran.
Cumbrahan. Neil?
Oh, you.
Originally from Eckley,
No,
down
darling.
Swansea.
Oh,
Lived in Swansea all my life, but was living down Eckley for a few years.
I
Jay?
lived in Cumbran for 18 and then went to uni.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm from near Hay-on-Wye.
Oh, hello.
The big book festival.
And I'm originally from Prestine, which is right on the border, but I now live in England, in a place called Leominster. Ooh.
Well, I moved from Cumbran to Ormskirk and then to Preston and back to Cumbran, so I don't
Preston?
have an accent. That's Preston.
Oh my God, Preston.
I work for the council, so I'm up there.
Fair enough.
So, how are you all doing then with this COVID-19 that's happened to our dear nation? If you can call it that. How are you all coping anyway? All fine?
Well,
One by one, please.
Say, we're all coping as best we can, isn't it? Because some of us, myself, Hannah, obviously, I know that we suffer from some health issues, whatever else, which can affect us.
Yeah.
So you just got to try and find ways to deal with it and cope yourself at the moment. Yeah. I haven't been able to go to my mental health meeting for, 2 months now. So you just got to find your own way to do things, haven't you?
My mental health nurse told me that I had one meeting with her and she said, "Oh, whenever you get a negative thought, you need to turn it into a positive and go for walks." Yeah. Thank you for helping. So I will show you what has been helping me in this time. Right. Carry on.
I know what's been helping me, which is going to sound weird. I've been doing a lot more Pokemon Go recently. So I've been using that to go out for my daily walk and exercise. That's been helping.
If it helps to help. If it helps, it helps.
Well, it helps. But then again, you do get some people, even though they're supposed to be distancing from me, you do get people looking at you strangely thinking, "What's he doing over there in his phone? Why are you doing that now? What's going on?" Because all I do is try to spin the Pokeball to catch the Pokemon.
Love it. Pokemon Go has come back into fashion.
I haven't tried Ghostbusters World in ages.
I haven't played that for a while. I haven't played that for a long time.
There's over 700 Pokemon on there now, so they've got the new Galar and they've got the Alolan region Pokemon.
You just killed the conversation with it, Neil. You know
Gone. It's just like, when we have our group chat and it comes out, I've got no idea. No idea.
What Pokemon?
We'll find him one day, just like walking through the middle of like the Gower.
Doing circles.
Got him. Dressed as Slimer, and I'm just not feeling myself.
That would be quite funny to do if I could work my phone with my gloves.
Taking his bins out and he's got lost. I'm sure there was a Pokemon around there somewhere. Jane would be like...
Have you all been working during this COVID-19, or have you all been furloughed?
I have, anyway, I have.
I was furloughed, but...
Sorry. You've been working, James, or not?
Yeah, I do security work, so I was at work at the colleges and doing night shifts here, there, and everywhere, and I was just getting knackered after a while.
I was on furlough. I've been back in work now 10 weeks myself.
Back in work. Have you just gone back into work, Toby?
No, I've been back for 10 weeks.
Oh, fair enough.
Oh.
Yes, Jan.
This is the guy that's been helping me through lockdown. This is Wade.
Oh no. All right, a little wee man.
Chubby cheeks on him.
The Syrian hamster.
Ah, there we are then.
one of them for years. I did a Syrian, except I had a little female. I called her Molly. She used to. The thing is with hamsters, they one of these ones where they either want you to hold them, and they don't mind you petting them and playing with them, or there'll be times when they just don't want to know, and then they'll get the bite off them.
I used to get bites at the start when I sometimes if I haven't washed my hands, but generally he just loves, he loves my shoulder.
Fair enough.
But he's been helping me so much, and yeah, if I didn't have, I think I would have struggled, because it's difficult already when you've got mental health conditions, and then you're thrown into lockdown as well. It's a nightmare. Like, all I wanted to do was like see my family on my birthday, and obviously I couldn't. So I think that was quite tough. So, but no,
Agreed.
That is the hardest thing, isn't it? You want to see people, you need to see certain people, and because of the lockdown, you can't.
I mean, my dad's come over a couple of times for a socially distanced cup of tea. He'll sit outside on the landing, but that's about it. But
And that's one of the reasons why we spoke about doing something like this, just to get people together a bit more. We haven't had a con in ages, so it's just
yeah, and I can't exactly afford to go to a lot of cons. I think my first con last year was Cardiff Comic Con, where I debuted this very bare jumpsuit, and then I was going to go to EctoCon this year, and then that would have been it for a while, because it's just, I haven't. I'm unfortunately still on universal credit, so that's a bit difficult. You can't really afford much out of that, but no. But I now have a lodger, so I get a bit more income, so I can pay my bills, which is good. It's nice to actually be able to pay my bills and get food, and not have to worry about whether I can afford bills or food. I can now do both.
Sorry, Hannah, where are you from again?
Cumbran.
Well,
Yeah.
When things are all calmed down and practically back to normal, and they start the Comic-Cons back up, I don't mind driving up there and bringing you down to Cardiff and driving you back again if you would like that. If you would like to come and meet us all.
I would love that, but I have some.
Maybe in Canada. Maybe
I am gonna be in Canada.
I'm
going
in 2 weeks.
Go to Canada.
You don't want to go there.
Well,
you want to stay.
Well, if you're still around and the offer still stands,
Thank you. I appreciate it so much. Thank you.
If you want to come down to Cardiff, and if we're all there and want to come and meet us, then the offer is still there.
Thank you very much. I don't even know how I got, because I know that, obviously I said I started doing the costume in November 2018, and then I saw that Cardiff Comic Con was happening, and I wanted to go as a Ghostbuster, and had a very premature suit. I don't even know how I got in touch. I think one of you, Neil, maybe, I don't know, maybe somehow found me on Facebook and was like, oh yeah, we're at Cardiff Comic Con. I don't even know how I managed to get into it.
On one of the forums.
Say again?
I found you on one of the forums, if I remember right.
No, it was.
You were asking about, is there any groups local to me that are doing anything with Ghostbusters, if I remember correctly.
Yeah.
And you spoke to Fraser up in Scotland.
Oh yeah, I'm an honorary member of Glasgow Ghostbusters.
Glasgow,
as well. I still haven't got a patch from them.
Have you not?
I've got a patch from Welsh GB and Calgary GB. I haven't got one from the Scottish Ghostbusters at the minute. I've asked, and
the boys are slacking up there.
I know they are.
I'm going to edit this and stick that in.
I need to sew this one on because it's coming off.
Oh, I can sew in. Oh, the Bearded Busters. I need to get one of them.
We wearing the cone on his head, isn't it?
Oh.
Is that theirs, or is that someone else's?
No, that is theirs.
Sorry, we were mentioned. The Welsh Ghostbusters were mentioned on YouTube.
Were we?
Where?
Yes. Ah. 1 second. How long is this lasting for now?
As long as you want. Toby's
Well,
little
hang
man
on.
is listening. We'll ask
Right.
Toby. Is your little man into Ghostbusters?
Ask him yourself.
Are you
Are
into?
you like Ghostbusters? Do you like Ghostbusters? Say, shout. Do you like Ghostbusters? Yeah.
Back
Yeah.
up, boy. Well done,
Who's
new
your
man.
Saying it well.
I'm going to put my hamster back.
Trev's already working on his. Aren't
You
you?
like to stay with them? Yeah.
Can I
you
just
do any
ask
impressions like
something? Can I just ask something?
Oh.
Are you all glad that the cons are off this year, just so you can save money up for next year's cons?
Yes, because I wouldn't have been able to put money towards this proton pack of mine.
Just
So,
balance
there we
it.
go.
I am-
Say goodbye to everybody. Say goodbye to everybody.
Bye-bye.
Oh, yeah.
Has he got a certificate?
Bye.
You send him a certificate. You need to send him a certificate.
Um,
I'm quite glad that it kind of like Caphilly is off because it's given me more time to finish off a project. That's-
Oh yeah, the big project.
The 2016 pack or a different one?
Oh,
What
I
is
still got
this
that to do as
project?
well. Oh, so we're building an ecto containment unit. It's in my,
really?
yeah, it's in my shed at the moment. We've built the base, most of it. I haven't got any parts in here, have I? Got all the buttons have finally arrived from China. Took 4 months.
Like how he said, we, as if we actually contributed. It was all Trev, to be fair.
It's because you've pushed me on to do it. And like when me and Toby were talking about it, I was like, what could we do? And I was like, well, it's my little agenda. So Toby's on to doing the slime blower because I'm like, I ain't touching that. I haven't got a 3D printer. I ain't got no space.
Good point. We could do with a 3D printer.
I think we could do if we were going to invest in things as a group is have some sort of either GoFundMe or coffee
Oh,
account.
look.
Paying in little bit.
Almost.
It
Oh.
tells what we need to buy stuff. I'd be the only other way to do it.
That's it, isn't it?
That would work for bigger people.
We'll have to
See,
think big.
I've got 4 of these. I don't know what to do with them. Whether or not they'll be the sides and the blower. I'm not sure. I don't know.
They look like the side for it. Have you got the
Yeah.
Have you got the mass list of parts and
I look at the
sizes?
side pack, that
You have no idea.
I've got the,
Okay,
like,
go for it. Thank you.
I've just found it now. If you look up on YouTube,
oh,
oh come on, Elia.
I mean,
Sorry,
I've got 2 of these, which are 4-inch bowls.
where'd you get them from?
So,
the top of the side dome.
yeah,
Do they?
yeah.
I need to take these details down. Oh,
Were you recording this, didn't you?
Oh yeah, yeah. And I swore.
We look at YouTube.
Oh,
Wait, what's the
I
video?
got 2 of them, so obviously there'll be 1,
2.
2, and then I gotta 3D print the domes for the
Yeah.
2 on the sides.
All right.
Oh, and thank you. That one next, is it? Okay.
Oh, look at that. That's cool.
Hold on to it then.
That a Bella Kent mini trap.
Yep. No, it's actually one of mine that I printed.
That's cool.
Oh
isn't it?
wow.
The little one.
That's clever,
169.
I like that.
He loves it. He absolutely loves it. What else you got now? Anything else? No? No? What else?
What are you looking for on YouTube, Mansel?
Just looking for us.
No,
on
don't
YouTube.
worry. It's okay. Come on in.
We are also in the credits of Ghost Heads. If you are going to watch that at some point.
Yeah, we are. But no, on the
Our
clean up the
logos.
town thing.
Huh?
On the clean up the town thing as well.
That's our names, though, isn't it?
Yeah, you two, you and James, end up contributing to it, didn't you?
I took my mum to the cinema to watch it, and she totally missed my name. She's complaining it was too hot. Why are these people asking questions? Because they want to ask questions.
I bet she was about this big. I went up the screen like, ew.
No, it was right. It was going on. I was like, it's my name. And then she's like totally looking the other way.
Oh dear, that's not good then.
It's just like, I went to Birmingham and spent a lot of money.
I found our YouTube channel that we are mentioning, the Welsh Ghostbusters.
We haven't
It's called-
mentioned the YouTube channel at all, really. We need to get more
No.
stuff on there.
The Welsh
had our own
Ghostbusters is
video.
mentioned on the channel is called Ashens. I don't know if anybody's heard of this guy. He looks at vintage toys and all that. If you look him
No.
up, it was posted a
Ashens?
week ago. Yeah, it's
Really?
it's ASHENS.
He's
look him
come
up?
up as the second thing on YouTube.
AS,
1.07 million.
ASH.
ENS.
Oh, yeah.
You
I
see
don't
it,
know if
see,
you
go,
see it.
see it a week ago, Ghostbusters. Something.
Extravaganza.
Yeah.
That's it.
Why are we on that then?
No. He says it. He says about the different Ghostbusters groups around the UK, and he goes right at the end. He goes Welsh Ghostbusters. There's only a little bit of a shout out.
Oh,
So
you
I
know
thought,
why? Paul Gannon. He's doing himself and Paul Gannon. Didn't we have like a load of messaging with Paul
Don't know.
on something?
It's been a long time ago since I've spoken to Paul.
Is
He likes pretty
That's
much
why I got
everything I put on Twitter and Instagram, by the way.
Don't know.
is
Maybe one.
is anybody going to watch the interview tomorrow?
Yes. We haven't mentioned that either. Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you seen all the rest of them?
No.
You haven't seen the Goonies
Yeah, I
or the
watched
Lord of the
the.
Rings?
I'm not doing
I
Back
watched
to the
the
Future.
one.
Ah, come on.
No, I'm. They're all on YouTube, anyways. We can all.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we'll go and watch him.
Oh, they're brilliant. I am well looking forward to that. After I finish work tonight, guys, gonna kick the girls out the living room and go. On it goes.
Fair enough.
I shall return momentarily.
Well, of
You know
course.
what we haven't done for a while?
What's that?
Update the website.
The website's down at the moment. That's why.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, we pulled it down.
I'm saying we haven't updated it in flipping ages.
We didn't update it for a long time because we update social media flat out.
Good boy. Twitter.
Most of the time.
He's
Insta-
just taking
Keeping you up, Trev.
Huh?
Are we keeping you up, Trev?
Yeah, I tired today.
That's
Oh,
the same thing.
I was up early. I went on the bike this morning, so it was a bit of a tired myself out.
you not had your afternoon nap?
I did actually. I had about 20 minutes. Not long enough
so
though.
yeah, that's a power nap.
I need, yeah. I was gonna do some more work.
Has anybody got an idea of when they releasing the Hasbro toys out over here?
I think someone from you messaged Asda, didn't they? But I mean, have we had a reply yet? It's still up in America in the Walmarts, and of course Asda is owned by Walmart over here. So if anyone's going to get it, it will be them.
Yeah.
But I can't remember who messaged them. I remember someone saying they messaged Asda to try to find out.
Because I'm looking to get the real Ghostbusters figures because I couldn't get them when I was a kid, so I want them as a collection.
I did, but they've all gone. They've all been chucked out.
I put a tweet on this. Have they? I put a tweet. I put a tweet on this the other day because I can remember vividly because they had them in Asda's in Merthyr, and I can remember all being in Asda in Merthyr.
Oh.
And I got the Slimer, and I wanted the Stay Puft, and I never got Stay Puft until about 2-3 years ago. I bought him. But yeah, it would be great, though, wouldn't it?
They're out now apparently on Zavvi. You go to Zavvi.com. So there.
You can get them off Zavvi for £16.
Yeah, it's nothing like going into the shop and hunting it for yourself, is it?
I'll be back.
I do miss that.
No, that is fun.
Worth bargain bins.
That is fun.
You go in there and you think you're gonna get them all, and then it's like, and you just need that last one, and then you have to go hunting around other shops to find it.
There's only 2 Asdas around by me, and neither of them have had anything in yet. So
No, there's one by me as well. The one in Hereford hasn't.
plus, going on at the moment, they've got silly one-way systems in operation, so you can't really get a chance to look at everything. You've got people behind you saying, come on, I want to get to this, I want to get to that.
Yeah, I've seen that.
I just ignore all the one-way systems. I just walk in and just go wherever I please. Literally, I'm like, I'll just walk around you. You can stand in the middle of the aisle. I'll walk around you. I did one time go to Morrison's in my gear, in my Proton pack, and people were like, but they stayed away. They stayed away, regardless of there being a 2-meter rule. They didn't want to come near my pack, and I saw my neighbour from across the street. She said, "What are you doing?" I said, "Oh, it's a cosplay challenge set by Russell Buchanan," and he was like, he just said, "Go out, do your mundane task, and I said, go make someone smile." And I went there, and she said, "Oh, you've made me smile. You made my day. Fantastic." So yeah,
Well,
I did all my
they did-
shopping.
well, you were wearing an unlicensed nuclear accelerator on your back. No wonder they
Well, I
stay
will tell
away
you
from
something
accelerator.
though. I mean,
Yeah.
my
These days, they
nuclear
need the
particle accelerator permit is pending. Where's the camera? It's pending. It's not confirmed.
Oh, it's pending. All right. Okay. Okay.
It's pending.
I
I'm not quite licensed to use the nuclear.
haven't got a
particle.
license for the whole reason that I'm a Ghostbuster.
Say again. Sorry.
I don't think you deserve a license. I don't think you deserve a license because of the unlicensed nuclear accelerators.
Well, it just says it's pending. The status is pending, so you know. But
Good.
still,
This is one
still
thing
an
I'm-
active agent.
So I think quite glad about this group is that we've never had any clearance rules in this group at all. It's one of the things that I was very specific on when this group started. There's no
Yeah,
clearance rules.
I
Everyone
appreciate
gets-
that. I mean, for
Everyone
me,
gets to be a Ghostbuster, really.
for me, my pack consists of yeah. For me, my pack consists of cardboard, 3D printed parts, plastic, this, that, the other. But I mean, at the end of the day, it's my Proton pack, and I made it with my bare hands.
Exactly.
Mine's a spirit pack, but it cost me like $100 to ship from the US, and that was what I could afford at the time. So I said I would like to get all the reboot pack. I managed to find a 2016 pack for about $1.5 grand on Etsy, and I just went, oh god, I can't afford that. I'll just stick my spirit.
I could tell you a 90% completed one for £1,000.
I can't even afford one by Blindfold Cosplay.
It's
I just
I've
don't
got
have money.
2016 reboot pack up in the attic, which you're more than welcome to put on, have photos taken with, whatever else. That was built by Hannah, the other Hannah who was in our group.
Same.
She's given it to us to use for events and whatever else, and that's why I've got a 2016 pack and uniform for my wife. I've worn it as well. Mine,
I've worn it.
instead
as
of
well.
on it, I've just put the sticker on for Kevin with my glasses because I make a pretty good Kevin.
I love how you guys have got all your last names, and I just went with Holtzman.
That's
I
fine.
don't think
Yeah,
I don't think I'm cool enough to be a Ghostbuster
my first.
myself.
Oh, don't say that.
No.
You are a Ghostbuster, Hannah.
Everyone is a
Well,
Ghostbuster.
to be Marshall, I mean.
Yeah. My first uniform had Spengler or Stance on. I didn't put my name
I
on
think it was
until
Spengler, wasn't
2016.
it?
Yeah, I
Spengler.
didn't put my name
I
on.
think
So,
she was saying on your
No.
pack
yeah,
on your original uniform.
didn't do my own name to start with.
Thing is, my original uniform, I had Newt on mine, on my patch.
Yes, you did. Yes, I remember.
Thing is, I've still got the Newt patch, but that's on my what I call my off-duty uniform.
Yeah.
Going in there with mommy. Going in there with mommy. Go on then. Sorry.
It's all right. It's fine. It's fine. Anything else anyone wants to talk about?
Cheers, everybody.
I can cheers you with an empty Copperberg glass. That counts, right?
I left my beer in the fridge. Oh,
Here's your
Thatchers and like Pepsi Max.
You know, see who's doing in the money by you. Call me Neil. Yeah?
New kid, and I found those on offer.
I love a cider.
Give me a phone fact at any other time. I was lucky to find them for less than £5.
I stole this from my wife, so.
Strawberry black.
Well, thank you to her.
Dark fruits.
Oh,
This ain't shit.
I like that fruit. So,
It's
did
alright.
anybody else
Not my
start with
favorite tipple.
Spirit Pack or the Rubies Pack, or did you all go straight into the wood, carbon 5, whatever it's made of, packs?
I pretty much went straight in for the Hero 84 pack. I did.
Is that the one that I tried on that's like ridiculously heavy?
Yeah, that one.
I was like, oh god, I can't carry this. I'm glad I'm not in a movie having to run around with it on. Couldn't even walk in it.
The Mansel, that's the one. Mansel, right.
For me, he ended up having a loaded pack, he did, in the original, because the others played a joke on him. They gave him a really heavy pack in the first film. That's why he looks like he's struggling. And also why he couldn't get back up after they filmed the Slimer attack scene. He was stuck on the floor because the pack was too heavy.
Anybody seen this Ecto one before?
Yeah, that was improvised.
Yeah.
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 That's the one I bought back.
Oh, nice.
So,
Ecto.
and then you got all that.
Whoa.
I've got one pop, and that's the Holtzy in the Ecto, the Rides Again one.
I've got one, and it's Freddie Mercury.
These are 35.
Jeez.
And these two are the original. And
wow.
Sorry, that's my daughter's, Harley Quinn. She loves her.
Oh yes, Harley Quinn. Good shout.
Fair enough.
Oh, you know, watching that show on Thursday night is brilliant on E4. That's really good. That is.
What's that? Sorry.
The Harley Quinn animated show on E4. That's really good.
Oh, the one with a lot of bad language. Oh
I know it's got bad language, but it's actually good.
Yeah, it is good. Yeah.
Has anyone seen the new Harley Quinn movie?
Not yet, no.
I want to see that.
I wanted to see that, but obviously what happened, didn't get a chance to go to the cinema and see it.
No.
I really, really like Margot as Harley, because I'm probably one of the few that actually really like Suicide Squad, and I love the bit where she like hits the Enchantress over the head and goes, "Oh, sorry," and then complains about cardio, and I love that bit because I just thought that is totally me. Complaining about cardio, but saying yes, I shall do all of this, and then never doing it, and then I'd be the person that would hit someone on the head and then just be like, "Oh gosh, I'm so sorry, I didn't mean to actually do that," but you know. So
I know it's bad, but my daughters love Suicide Squad.
Oh, it's amazing. I love it.
They really do.
It could have been a bit better, but it was okay.
Thank you.
What's really wrong with that film?
Someone said that Suicide Squad, if you think of the storyline and all the battle and everything, apparently it's a rip-off of Ghostbusters, if you think about it. That's what I heard.
That end battle sequence.
If you think about it, most films are a rip-off of another film. If you think about it down those lines.
No matter what film you watch, it's always got elements in it of some other film, and you'll be watching it thinking,
exactly,
this is familiar, but you won't be able to place it because you can't think at the time of where you've seen it before. But every other film is a rip-off.
You're too busy engrossed in the film itself.
Yeah. It's like when I said earlier, the Actor 1 sirens in an episode of Doctor Who. It's the David Tennant one where he has the red astronaut suit, I think Mars planet.
Ghost of Mars. Yeah,
and he pulls like a thingy down and then it sets off the siren. It's like not that long, but he's in the
it's one of them, isn't it? It's like an Easter egg to a film.
Yeah.
Love Easter eggs.
But it was the original.
Not chocolate.
But every so often you'll hear the proton pack start up in other films. You do in other films.
Slimer's Raw, actually on one of the BBC websites because it's really a good altered.
It's actually on iTunes as well.
It's like when you get the
Yeah.
Windhelm screen in every film that you have. It's so iconic, isn't it?
It is. It's the gorilla roar off the BBC. BBC. I'll find it again. Sound. But yeah, it's off the BBC, and it's a gorilla roaring in the background, and it sounds exactly like it.
I don't know where the hell they found it. Like, when did they start
Fellas
looking for it?
screaming.
It's
Look
like
at all
everything,
the
isn't it?
documentaries and nature programs they do, and it's bound to be on one of them. That's probably where they had it from originally.
David Attenborough's one of his programs.
Or
It
he's
is.
been doing those for, was it 30 years or more? Maybe longer, I think.
It's much longer. Oh,
Everyone's frozen.
James is.
No, we just don't know what to say.
No,
is
look
it?
at something.
Looks like everyone's frozen. There's nobody
Oh.
moving.
Sorry.
Anyway, Hannah,
Moving.
going back to your original question.
signal dropped out.
Oh, what's the question for Hannah?
No, going back to your original question, like, did we all start out with homemade packs or
Oh yeah.
professional made packs? Obviously, James answered with, he went straight to original pack. Like, for me, I had the opportunity to go to Butlins, and it was an 80s weekend. I thought instantly, I'm going as a Ghostbuster. So I was determined to make myself a pack with the intention on it being free. I got to approximately £1.84, and then I started spending more and more money on it.
Wow.
And
So-
that's where the danger lies.
Yeah, definitely. I mean,
Just think,
I
I can do this, I can build it cheap, and then you think, I don't like that, I want to change it for something a bit better. Or I can upgrade it a bit, and it'll make it look like this, or do something else.
Can't see
So,
that. Can you see
Yeah,
that?
I know what you mean. 'Cause
Really.
my
Go on.
first pack was not actually
Too bright.
even
That was.
the plastic photon pack.
No.
My
Well, I mean-
second pack was a Peppercura pack made all out of cardboard, which looked like a photon pack.
Yeah.
yeah. I mean, like,
current
for me, my
pack
pack is
That's what,
all.
got-
My pack is obviously my first pack is
Excuse me.
still my pack. I've got foam, cyclotron, cardboard, crank generator, real booster tubes,
Nice.
3D printed clipards, 3D printed bumper.
Nice.
It's just a combination of everything. But like, I posted my wand online recently, and people said, "Oh, what kit is that?" I think it was Neil. I think you asked that, didn't you?
I did, yes, because
I
it
think-
took to. I didn't know it was 3D printed. It looked to
It was-
me like you
it's not.
bought a kit for
It's not.
someone, like maybe Ben of Kent, because I know he does really good ones, but I didn't know
No.
you'd actually printed and made it yourself. That's really, really good.
The is made from cardboard. The whole wand is cardboard.
I kept a
And-
quality street tin for a cyclotron, and I haven't made my own pack though.
Like,
You know?
the wand itself is cardboard, and then I've got 3D printed parts attached to the cardboard. But like, inside is just cardboard and wood. I've got 2 pieces of wood inside holding on my barrel and the handle, and that is it.
Yeah,
The
you
rest is
showed me that.
cardboard.
I was so surprised that it was all made of cardboard. I was like, but it just looks so realistic.
Mm.
Whereas my skills would be like, here's an old bottle of oil attached to a cardboard tube attached to the celebrations tin. I don't have any paint. There you go, and it'll just be be like budget build, just unpainted. I don't have the skill set to do that.
Get away from that lot.
It's a
Laurie just like cat invaders.
Language, Neil.
Language.
Well, I said cat invaders. Who just tried to come and steal some of our leftover food that we didn't have from tea.
Oh,
So just
no.
cat out.
My dinner's in the microwave. I started it, and then it was getting close, and I was like, "Oh, I can eat this later. This is more important."
There we go. So
So then, kids, I'll have to be going soon because I got work at 10 o'clock. I just got one more question for you all.
Yes.
Are we all, maybe possibly Hannah, if she's not in Canada by then, are we all going to meet up for the
Certainly.
movie next year?
Definitely.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
I hope so.
Oh, yeah.
We've
I-
been discussing this at various stages, talking about we're going to definitely be at one premiere or another somewhere
There we
in the
go.
country.
There you go.
They're central to all of us.
Cool. Isn't it?
And we also discussed the possibility of maybe a non-ghostbusting meetup, but just more of a social meetup for everyone
Yeah.
involved in
Yeah.
the group.
If
Yeah.
I am in Canada and if I
Something
can afford it, I'll try and be there. But if not, then maybe we can do another one
Video
of
call.
these.
Video call, Hannah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Be there.
Yeah.
One of these.
Zoom. Yeah. We will hopefully now try a couple of these again and then go from there.
Yeah.
One of the thoughts we had regarding like the film that Matt Penny was dropping around the idea was of we reached out to a load of cinemas and have like set little teams going off to set cinemas.
Mhm.
One of the things now with COVID-19 is that actually there's a lot of small cinemas. So there's one up the road from James's, the Y theatre in Y side in Belf. That's been flooded and now it's had COVID-19. So
Oh.
you could like these little cinemas. We could possibly help more as well.
Mm.
So
Oh, yeah.
They're going to be
There's local
doing that.
cinema by me that's already agreed to have me and my son there
yeah,
dressed up in costume.
Oh,
So-
mini busters are so adorable.
Oh, Toby, I'll drive up from Talbot Green then and see you up there. If
there you
want.
go.
Yeah.
There you
Right,
go.
because it's only up the road. Well,
It's the
up,
Phoenix
up,
in
up,
Gatley.
up the road.
So they're on up the
The
road.
Phoenix in Gatley. So they've already said go. They're up for it. So
Are they? Oh, cracking.
Yeah.
All right,
Let's
then,
see now,
kids.
Neil.
I gotta depart now because I gotta
Cool.
go and look after the guy. So you all take care and
you.
take it easy and look after yourself.
Cheers,
Okay?
Mansel.
And I will speak to
Thank
you.
you.
Yeah.
You take
Yeah,
care,
go to
man.
the
Hello,
office,
and
Bye bye.
transport, by the way.
thanks for having me.
You're very
It's all
welcome.
right.
I don't know
Thanks
what
for joining us with your presence.
Bye.
Bye.
Take care.
Bye.
chocolate bunny. Oh, wonderful.
Oh, I think he's gone. Maybe he's still there.
That's all for now, is it?
Looks like it. It's like
He's all crashed now.
totally crashed out the system.
I can't shake that fast. There you go.
Gone. There he is.
There
He's
he
gone. He's
I'm
gone.
just gonna go to the toilet, but I'll be back in a minute. So I'll see you in a sec.
Don't be long.
Don't be.
And
I don't know if it's too short, can you?
oh,
Didn't
man.
swear.
So good to do this, though, isn't it? So good to catch up and that.
Yeah.
I'll be back.
Oh, we're
We're all
Everyone's
going.
off now, is it?
Well, I'm off now.
We're all going. Don't be long, Trev. Don't be long.
Lights. Bright light.
I turn mine off. Everyone probably won't see me. You know. Oh, not bad.
Wait, time I put a light on.
I wonder why you're all dark.
Yeah, that's bad. I got light on behind me now.
Trevor, how do you flip the camera around? Oh, there it is. I see it. Trevor, how you flip the camera around?
All you can see is a wall.
Who's?
Oh, I just see games.
Oh, here he comes. Just to say, all I can see is a wall, really. I thought you'd been using one of your posh backgrounds, to be honest.
Posh background.
Yeah, your Zoom background meetings. I thought.
Oh,
you were
yeah.
using-
I was saying to James just before we started, for some reason, my laptop, unless I've got a green screen behind me, this one won't seem to do a posh background. Yet my phone will. There you are, see? And my works laptop will do it, no problem at all, without a background. But this one doesn't want to know, and I don't know why. So, into these at all.
Am I still there? No.
Oh, Jack's wound commented on your photo. Bugger, didn't remind myself.
Yeah, I saw that.
We are still on.
And welcome back, Hannah.
If Jax comes on now, right, we're going to be on here for at least another hour.
Oh, wait. Does he love to talk?
Oh, I love Jax. If
Was
he's,
he invite- was he
he's such a lovely
invited? The link has been posted on the group for ages.
Yeah.
They did say that it was still working. I don't see.
How very dare they?
I think I did it yesterday. I was like, yeah, yesterday. I left it on there.
Did you put it on Twitter as well or not?
No, I put it just to our internal group.
Fair enough.
So to give you an idea where we are. Where are we?
I'm just playing around.
There we are. So there's 158 members in the actual group, main internal group itself, and that's a closed shop. And then on our Facebook page, we've got about 500 and something. Our Facebook page is quite a bit lower than the other two. The other two are about 950 each. We're trying to push it to that 1,000.
Yeah.
Are we still going to do something for that if we get a 1,000?
Yes.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
We were going to do the little competition, but I started to get stuff together, and then the little Ecto one I had, Brogan opened it and started playing with it.
Oh, well.
So I'm going to have to find some more now. Okay. Anything else?
I'll have a look through some of the stuff I got because I got loads of duplicates of things upstairs. I got another two, build boxes up there, which I don't need. I only need one of them. I'm sure I can give one or two of them away. As for the rest of the stuff, I'd have to go through it all because I got so much up in the attic. It's unbelievable.
That's the thing, isn't it? I've got a box. I've got a box of 20. Got a box of 2016 stuff up in the attic, including
It all to me.
Ecto Cola.
Johanna just went.
I've got the Mattel 2016 Ghostbusters, the Ghosts, everything in the original shipping boxes as well. So I managed to get some of them. That was quite an unusual thing.
My mum.
My brother's got a set of loose ones which he plays with, so
there we are.
that's good.
I got all four girls. I've got the actual Rowan by itself. Got the Stay Puft balloon. I got the burnt Stay Puft. I got the Mayhem as well, all still boxed.
I'm sort of lucky that Carrie wants to open hers because I bought two sets on purpose. One which I kept for myself, and the other she's had. We're lucky that she opened them because I could then assemble the Rowan ghosts that came with them as well. Because there was two Rowans. The one which came in the pack on his own, and then with every one of the girls we bought, there was also a piece to build Rowan as a character as well.
That's cool.
Yeah, because the original four guys also came out at the same time. We were in like B&M's and Home Bargains.
Was it? Didn't they have Stay Puft with them, or was it Slimer?
Moogly. You can build Moogly out of it.
No, dog. That was a terror dog, wasn't it?
The four Matty ones, Mattel ones, had you built Moogly out of it. Oh, here it is. His haircut changes every time.
Yeah, I noticed that as well. It's like he was dry hair once, and then he went to the first shower for 2 seconds.
Whose hair's changed?
James's.
James.
Oh, James, what?
Every time he comes back. See, it's gone and changed again.
Right.
It's got curtains this time.
Right.
Yeah.
I used
Yeah,
to have
the
it.
problem with having long hair. It's probably having long hair at the moment.
I used to have it over my right eye, and it's just ridiculous when it grows in my face and I can't see. So you'll do it.
Oh.
I'm gonna have to go shaving again, I think, because my hair's getting too long.
Whoa. Hang on. I'm getting there, Toby. I'm getting there.
My God.
There you go. I'll join you on the 90s look though. Ooh, look at that.
I have no idea what's going on here.
There you go.
Very Jason Reitman, that is.
I thought we were looking like Backstreet.
Backstreet Boys. We're like the cheaper version of Gary Barlow's sing along. I'm not saying who's going to be
Not a
Gary
good look for
Barlow.
me.
Neil can be Gary Barlow.
I'll be Robbie. I like Robbie.
I don't know if we're going to go as
Well, absolutely
last time.
fantastic.
I can be Jason Orange.
At the start of lockdown, I had Jane shave it right the way off. It was so small. It's grown really long again. So I'm not sure if I should go as short as it did before or leave a little bit on it again.
I had it cut to look like Tintin.
Tintin.
Tintin, yeah.
I thought you said Tintin. I thought what?
Yeah. I'll find a photo now.
Thursday's Adventures of Tintin.
Oh, do you know what I still have that I've not even opened yet? I'll go get it now. Hang on.
Oh, what's he got this?
Or he'll come back now with a different hairstyle. You know.
Different hairstyle. This man has more stuff than I've ever known in my life.
Oh, hang on.
How he dusts it all. Oh yeah, that's a different Tintin than what I was expecting.
Yes, it's the
That's
Secret
the
of the
animated
Unicorn.
one on Netflix, isn't it?
Oh,
The original Tintin is Ginger.
I have slight. But it's the Secret of the Unicorn one.
Yeah, that's the one from the film then. That's on Netflix.
Yeah.
That was quite good.
Oh, you got yourself a cookie jar.
Oh, guys,
jar.
look at
I still
this
haven't
view.
gone out the box.
Oh, wow.
It's still in the same box.
Have you not got any cookies for it, or?
No.
Oh, look at that.
There you go. Is that? Can you all see that, or is it?
Yeah.
Blurry? Yeah.
A good old
That was
day.
a good day that was.
Well, we
That
could
was a brilliant day, that, yeah.
din after social distance.
Oh, that's an even better photo. There
It
we
was,
go.
it was a case of, come on, get in closer, come on, we want you in the picture, come on, you two, come on, get here, come on.
Not even.
Oh yeah, that one. Jay's still looking to get a proper Ninja Turtle costume.
Oh, bless.
Oh, Neil saw one of them in when we were in Swansea, doing the Halloween thing. Some guy in like a full-on Ninja Turtle costume. That's amazing.
I've been looking into it. I've been thinking about doing a crossover.
That'd be good, wouldn't it? You could do a crossover.
Yeah. It's 80s all over. 80s, 80s meets 80s.
Ideal.
Well, there is an IDW crossover there, so
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Turtles Ghostbusters cross, so that was good, that was.
That was
They
very good.
did two of them, actually,
that was very good.
crossovers. There's one I'm
No,
still
well-
waiting for, which hasn't been tackled yet. They've done they've done Turtles, they've done Transformers, they've done a My Little Pony of all things.
There you have it.
And the one thing I'm waiting for, I guarantee, is Back to the Future. There's got to get something there because they've actually, if you look in some of the IDW comics, I think in the storage facility they've got down on the docks, you can see a DeLorean time machine. So obviously something's been done somewhere.
I've sat in a DeLorean.
You see set in DeLorean?
Yeah.
I'd love it.
The all kitted out one.
I'm not too sure, but when I lived in Ormskirk, they had the Ormskirk Motor Fest. I'll go for my photos if it's still by here. And it was quite funny because the guy had a big sign that said, "Don't sit, do not," And I hovered around it for so long. He was like, "Do you want to just sit in the drive?" "Yes, please, thank you." I think I annoyed him. I must have stood there for like 10, 15 minutes, just not budging.
You could you can pick up a DeLorean for 20,000. There you are.
Not bad. I thought I was cool in my leather jacket.
Which con was that at?
Pardon?
Or was it just was that a con, or was it just some random guy on a seafront or something?
What, this?
Yeah.
That was at the Ormskirk Motor Fest 2015, and I also sat in a 2015 Reg Jaguar as well that day.
Nice.
But yeah,
Nice.
they basically in the town centre of Ormskirk is pretty massive, and they used to now you got to drive around the town, but years ago you just went straight through. Like the clock tower was like the centrepiece, and you just drove around the clock tower. And now it's all and it turns into Market Square, but you can get loads of cars. I think they must have had like 30 cars, and then they had all these different racer cars driving around. They had bikes driving around it was amazing. I don't think I took many actual photos of the event, but it was pretty decent. I probably
Guys, I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but I've got to go.
What?
It was
Hang on.
it is 7 minutes to 10.
Yeah.
I will probably disappear now as well.
I gotta go eat my dinner.
Before we go, I would be the bearer of bad news. They found a DeLorean on the internet. There was a slight issue with it, and it goes up to 85 miles an hour.
Oh,
Issues.
Well, you've never noticed that before.
No,
Because
I've
they
never seen
changed-
it before.
On the one they used in the film, they had to change the clocks to it could do that.
Yeah.
They had different clocks in.
So,
If you look as well during the film, there's about 3 or 4 different mileages on the odometer. Every time you look at the clocks for something, there's different mileages on it, and none of them are in any sequential order at all. It's not up or down, it's all over the place.
Oh, weird. I have to look out for that next time. There was
something that the producers missed on the post-production.
Yeah, the V8 engine. It was never fitted to those cars, but they put a V8 soundtrack over it. This is because it's only a V6 engine in the car.
crazy for a sports car. It's supposed to be, isn't it?
Yeah, but it was a mismatch engine in the first place. Renault, Volvo, and someone else. 3 different car manufacturers making one engine.
It's because they spent all their money on drugs.
No, that was the owner.
There we go. Oh well.
Anyway, gent and
Yeah.
lady, I apologise. I gotta go.
On that note, I'll probably go as well.
Yeah.
Oh, that means if you go, then whoever's left.
No.
It's like with Josh Gad, they're like, oh, who's gonna go? Who's gonna go? Oh,